Should I just start?
Yeah.
All right. In the beginning was the Word, and that Word was God. This is code for frequency. I want to make sure this doesn't fall off. In Hinduism, this is Om, Brahman, or your true self. Source consciousness. In Taoism, the way. In physics, the initial singularity, or black hole. Consciousness is eternal, it is source. It has no beginning and no end. The first realization of reality was boredom. Be honest, existing, it's boring. Because of this boredom, source decides to do something from the initial point. It expands its consciousness in the great void and creates a three-dimensional sphere around itself, like a basketball. Okay, source is flawless, so it decides to do the same thing again. Okay, source moves to the top of the sphere and creates another sphere, or the Spirit of God moved on the face of the waters and said, "Let there be light." This is the first day in the book of Genesis. Okay, it creates an image known as the Vesica Pisces. It is the geometry of light. With this we achieve width, depth, proportion, and the square roots of 2, 3, and 5. This is the lens for God to experience a reality. This is why it is around our eyeballs, okay? It is around the tip of the male penis and the shape of the female vagina. It's the shape of the Creator. Don't fall. On the second day of Genesis, Spirit moves to the left and creates another sphere. With this motion, we achieve the Holy Trinity. On the third day, Source again moves left to create another sphere. If you continue this pattern of creation on the sixth day, we achieve a geometric miracle, okay? A six-petaled flower, or in the beginning, there were six. This is called the Genesis pattern. With the Genesis pattern, we make another identical rotation up around to the left. The three-dimensional spheres achieve an image the ancient Egyptians called the egg of life, okay? These are the original 8 cells that form the morphogenetic structure of your body. Everybody see that? Okay. Within the Genesis pattern, we also get the tree of life, or the Jewish Hebrew Kabbalah. This is the flower of life. It is the creation pattern for everything in existence, everything. It was found all around the world in ancient times. Is there anyone here who has not seen the flower of life? Raise your hand. There you go, DNA upgrade. This is the fruit of life. Have you noticed the pattern of seed, tree, and fruit? Connecting the centers of the outermost spheres of the fruit of life form the Jewish Star of David. In sacred geometry, curved lines are female and straight lines are male. When we connect the centers of every circle with male lines, we achieve Lucifer's cube. Sorry, not Metatron, I'm recoining it. Within Lucifer's cube, we attain the 5 platonic solids. Each platonic solid has a geometric relation to every element on the periodic table. One of the main arguments atheistic scientists use to disprove God is a theory related to random, mindless particle behavior. Are you starting to see how this theory is false and why it's not in your child's student curriculum? 5, golden ratio, or what I call the source sequence, 1.618. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144. You get the next number by adding the previous number. The proportions of the source sequence give you the golden rectangle, or the sizes of the boxes within the rectangle, and this is what gives you the golden spiral. Where do we find the golden spiral? Sunflowers, okay, waves, hurricanes, cactus, nautilus shell, pine cones, every single galaxy in the universe. Okay, and at the heart of every single galaxy is a supermassive black hole, and there's a black hole at the heart of every subatomic particle. We shall now share a moment of silence for the tragic death of a random Stephen Hawking. The golden ratio is a ratio that creates beauty. It creates every proportion in your body. It's found in the length of your finger bones, hands, arms, legs, torso, the space between your eyes, and the shape of your face. Okay, the golden spiral is in your ear, the back of your head, and can even be seen with the correct finger orientation. That. Okay. This image is called the torus. It is a three-dimensional flower of life. It matches the shape of the electromagnetic field that surrounds the planet. When you cut open an apple or an orange, you can see the toroidal flow. It's made up of golden spirals and can infinitely fold in and out of itself. This is Tesla electricity. Everybody know Nikola Tesla? Woo! Okay. Another source sequence, again, or lightning. This is your nervous system. This is your circulatory system. This is your lymphatic system. In the wintertime, all the leaves fall off the trees. You can see the source sequence coming up out of the ground. Okay, the sequence creates all the branches and everything. You can see it in your fingerprints. You can see it in leaves. It's all over the place. Okay, that is the vector matrix, or a 64-star tetrahedron grid. Okay, this is literally what I call the source sequence. Okay, 64, like there are 64 possible codes in our DNA. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 1 and 0 is 1. 1 equals God. That is literally a picture of God, and my intuition tells me that's the shape of every universe in existence. Everything in existence is a perfect hologram of that matrix right there. This is a dual torus dynamic. Okay, after the first matrix was created, it moved up, like the Genesis pattern rotations, and created another one. Now we have two matrices that are basically sending computer code back and forth and communicating with each other. You see this in solar patterns on the sun and weather patterns on the earth. Okay, the fourth dimension, that is the most important dimension that I speak of. Forgive me, I'm starting to get cotton now. Okay, time and physics. Please. Time technically does not exist, it is relative. Time and thought are the exact same thing. Okay? Thought and time is infinitely slices of bread in the present. So the all is constantly taking photographic images of what's going on inside of your body, your hologram, your algorithm, and it's constantly manifesting outside of you on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Everybody see that number? What does that number say? It's infamous, right? Want to hear an interesting tidbit? That's my son's birthday. I literally thought my son into existence. That's my son's birthday, 11/11/11. Some of you saw me running around with him today. He was causing all kinds of chaos. Okay, so M theory. It's, pretty, it's sound. The theory is that, like, at the top of the dimensional ladder in, like, 10th dimensional hyperspace, that there are, like, amoebas just floating around and smacking into each other like all drunk and creating big bangs, and Big Bang doesn't work with intelligent design, I'm sorry, expansion theory does. So, from the fourth dimension on, every time you make a decision, in the 10th dimension, another universe pops up. So in the 10th dimension, it's basically every possible universe that could possibly exist simply through your thought and your intention. Okay, so source theory versus M theory. Lastly, the kingdom of heaven is within you, and whosoever shall know themselves shall find it. In my coaching, I interpret this in two different ways for people. Number one, it is a permanent state of psychological and emotional well-being that you take with you wherever you go. Okay? Number two, from what I teach in the fourth dimension and holograms and mirrors and manifestation. Okay? What exactly do you want to experience in what I call in my third book, magnetic mirror matrix? Okay? You come up with the algorithm, you set the intention. Another thing I teach in my coaching is intention versus action. Okay, you take massive action behind the prayer that you set, and you can experience your kingdom of heaven on this rock, as Jesus said. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the battle.
Download of wisdom. So we have coming out next is, thank you, Mark, he's an excellent. And we have our beloved Jonas Jones. Jonas, are you in the green room? Here she comes.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to report to you the astro weather tonight, straight from the cosmos to cosm. So, we've got something really special going on in the heavens tonight, really mirroring what's going on here in the house. The sun is in Virgo right now, and the moon is in Pisces, full. And this is the great astrological pole of health and healing, really. So to be receiving energy healing and sound healing, and also these esoteric downloads, which is a very Piscean thing, is it's just right time for it. So, do we have any Virgos here tonight? Yay, Virgos, happy birthday! Thank you for keeping the world from going to complete chaos. Yeah, Virgos are famous organizers of the zodiac. They're the people, you can identify them because they're probably carrying a list around. They're really nice and neat, and they're looking at you when you're doing that thing that might go wrong, and you know, like, it's probably going to go wrong, or it wouldn't have gone wrong if they had just listened to me in the first place. No, yeah, Virgos have a great business sense and intelligence, and you want them as like, kind of project managers or assistants in your business. There's no one like having a Virgo. Now, Pisces is the